Charlie, tell us what this is all about, really.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is really about a very serious charge, I should say charges against Donald Trump and 18 other defendants in this case. And the big charge, racketeering, running a criminal enterprise, usually reserved for people in the mafia or drug dealers or cartels or gangs. But in Georgia, apparently the allegation is against Donald Trump and his team. And by the way, the penalty? 5 years to 20 years. But what's interesting about this indictment in Georgia is that there's a big Michigan connection. Take a look.
It's a political witch hunt. It's a political hit.
Donald Trump's attorneys challenged the results of the Michigan presidential election in 2020. But in December 2021, a Michigan federal judge ordered Trump's 9 attorneys, including Greg Roll, to pay about $150,000 in sanctions, ruling that the lawsuit was frivolous.
Who's paying the $132,000?
Not me, I hope.
Attorneys agree that Michigan will play a role in the Georgia indictment, likely to establish part of Trump's alleged criminal enterprise.
Michigan is central to the Georgia indictment because Michigan, like the other swing states, were the states that they targeted as part of the conspiracy.
They cited our lawsuit. They named Sidney Powell, who is the mainstay of our lawsuit as well. They got Giuliani on board. It's going to be a mess.
In fact, attorney Sidney Powell was one of the elite lawyers, according to the Georgia indictment, who tried to fight the results of the 2020 election right here in Michigan. She lost.
And in Georgia, what she's being charged with relates to the same conspiracy, but in that case, it was involvement in attempts to tamper with the election equipment.
I'm saying that there were incomplete procedures. There was some fraud. To the extent that it would have impacted the overall election, I don't know, but we didn't know at the time.
All right, so all of those allegations about the 2020 election here in Michigan, pretty much every judge, I think, in the whole country ruled frivolous. And in Michigan, they hit that lawyer, David Finkman, represented the city and the state. But Greg had to pay between $130,000 and $150,000, depending on interest. But he said, he just told me today, he's going to appeal that to the U.S. Supreme Court. They don't have to take the case, of course, but that's where that is going. The other thing, too, was interesting in the Georgia indictment related to Michigan is that there was some allegations about falsifying electoral college documents. Where have we heard that before? Right here in Michigan. Again, a lot of similarities. And finally, in Georgia, the government there wants to try this case in about 6 months. I think that's very aggressive. Don't think it's going to happen. But nevertheless, that would put us into probably the March area of 2024. And I'll tell you what. Donald Trump has another trial on March 25th in New York for allegedly phoning documents to pay a porn star. And there's about, I haven't counted how many, I think there's about 15 primaries in March as well.
Well, Charlie, we reported in the 5 o'clock hour that Donald Trump said he had something to exonerate him. Is there anything out there potentially that could, at this point, when you're facing 4 criminal indictments, the former president, that he could somehow, I know innocent until proven guilty, but seems like this is mounting against him. It would be pretty hard to get out from underneath.
Do you think he has something like a smoking gun for his side of the case to say, hey, wait a minute here?
Well, I think there's going to be legal procedures. I think there's a big issue right now is when you bring these type of indictments as the president of the United States, there could be an argument to get it out of the state case and bring it into the federal court. Now, that may not mean a whole lot to a lot of people, but RICO is defined, the racketeering charges are defined a little differently, and there's different jurors and that type of thing. But as far as defenses, I think he's got a defense as to all this stuff. He believed in his mind that the 2020 election was fraudulent. It was wrong. And do you have a right to challenge them? You do. However, did he go too far? And did he falsify records? And he try to solicit from people? And did he phony up documents? I mean, we can go on and on. There's 161, I think it is 161 different what they call overt acts.
That's a lot there.
That's a lot there.
Yeah,
so we're not done with this. We're going to have a lot more to say.
And this former president does, at some level, want the attention because he thinks this is, a witch hunt. And so for him, this is part of his campaign speech, is about the fact that he feels like they're coming after him. And he's hoping to drum up maybe more votes because of that.
But his donors are
Raising
paying
money.
him, and he is the leading presidential
That's what I'm saying,
contender
yeah.
for the Republican Party.
Yep.
We'll see.
We'll have to keep watching. Thanks so much, Charlie.